Hey guys, Brian, Atlanta Hot Tub Center. Today I want to talk about the difference in series from Sundance. I get this question so much. What's the difference between the Splash series, the 680 series, the 780, 880, and 980? So I'm going to cut straight to it. We're just going to talk about the most important things about the brand and those series. This is the Sundance Splash series. All right, this is the introductory series to Sundance spas. This is actually a roto mold hot tub. They actually melt plastic powder over a mold, and that's how they get this. I will tell you that this is really only an 8 to 10 year spa. It's not going to last much longer than that, and that's really just by design. A bonus that you would get, right? Because this would kind of be a good comparison to maybe a Costco or Wayfair or Home Depot or Lowe's tub. Some of the bonuses you would get is, first things first, you would get an actual service center, right? So you're going to get actually somebody that is going to be able to serve you, take care of you, and of course help you with any chemical needs. You're also going to get Sundance electronics, guys. That's good stuff. And finally, you'll get great insulation, right? So we'll be driving down that monthly bill on your utilities. This will be a full foam roto mold hot tub, okay? Now, let's quickly move from there. We're going to jump into the 680 series of Sundance. Now, within the 680 series spas, you've got numerous, you got circle, you got triangles, you've got squares, you got 4, 5, 6, 7 person hot tubs. It's important to understand that all Sundance hot tubs, when you get the 680 series, have a self-supporting hull. That basically means that the tub is built for a lifetime, that the shell can support the water weight in the hot tub without any additional support like 2x4s or framing or anything like that. This shell can support its own weight with water in it, all right? So that's a core value of Sundance when you hit 680, and 680, 780, 880, and 980 are all going to have that. In the 680 series, you do have a vertical filter design. That means that the suction is actually at the bottom of the filter. The suction's at the bottom of the filter, opposed to a horizontal filter design, which you'll see as we move up in series. Just goes to some better filtration, and it'll the puzzle pieces will kind of go together as we start moving through the series when I mention some of this stuff. They all have Clear Ray. Clear Ray is a giant UV bulb. It's surrounded by a quartz tube. And as water passes through, it magnifies the UV and it scrambles the DNA and the bacteria, and it doesn't allow the bacteria to mutate, right? So if we can control the mutation of bacteria in a hot tub, you're going to add a lot less chemicals to it, right? Because the reason you're adding chlorine in these chemicals is to kill harmful bacteria and maintain the water. So again, for limiting the growth of bacteria in a hot tub, you're going to add a lot less chemicals to it. All the 680, 780, 880, 980 all have Clear Ray. It is important to know that in the 680 series, you do not have 24-hour filtration. 90% of hot tubs in the industry actually don't have 24-hour filtration. They have a jet pump that runs a couple filter cycles each day to push the water through the filter to keep it clean of debris, and that is also what's pushing the water through your Clear Ray or through your ozone system. Remember, without water passing through those self-cleaning systems, we're not limiting the growth of bacteria, right? So again, that can be very important if you want to add the least amount of chemicals to your hot tub. So 780 series, when we get into the 780 series hot tubs of Sundance, this is the introduction to the Fluid X jetting system. In the early 80s, Sundance hired aircraft machinists to create a jet with no moving parts because they wanted a lifetime jet. They knew that there was a big complaint in the industry about jetting only lasting 4 or 5 years, and then those jets would, blow out or fall apart, or you'd see some ball bearings in there. So in the early 80s, they hired aircraft machinists to have no moving parts, and it took off like a wildfire because these jets were considered to last a lifetime. All right, then in the mid-90s, they actually hired rocket scientists. And I'll say that again, they actually hired rocket scientists to rebuild the jetting so that this jetting would move left and right, rotate, and knee deep into the muscle and offer one of the best hydrotherapeutic massages in the marketplace. All right, still offering a lifetime jet, so with no moving parts. Remember, they hired rocket scientists to recreate this system, again, to offer one of the best hydrotherapeutic massages in the marketplace with no moving parts. So all jets on your 780, 880, 980 series are considered to be lifetime jets. You can see the horizontal filter design. What I love about horizontal filter design is we're actually sucking through both sides of the filter. your standard upright filter in the industry, it's only going to have a suction at the bottom of the filter. So really you're only going to utilize this much of the filter. Even if the filter's a foot or 2 feet tall, quite frankly, it doesn't matter if the suction's here, right? Then you're only going to use this much of the actual filter. So the idea of turning it horizontal like this is we're sucking through both sides. So we're creating suction like this, right? And we're utilizing a full 125 square feet of filtration, which quite frankly will make the water have a lot less debris in it, right? It's going to keep the water a lot more free of debris and cleaner for you. When you get to the 780 series, you will also get to enjoy 24-hour filtration. Remember, we were talking about those filter cycles, right? Remember, only when water is passing through your Clear-Ray and ozone systems are you actually limiting the growth of bacteria. So with 24-hour filtration, we're going to constantly be pushing water through the ozone, through the Clear-Ray systems, right? Again, really limiting the growth of bacteria. So when you get to the 780 series, you're going to add even less chlorine, right? Just about every hot tub in here, we're only adding about a tablespoon or 2 of chlorine a week to maintain. We're maintaining chlorine levels at 1 to 2 parts per million for Sundance. And just to give you a comparison, your drinking water levels are 3 to 5 parts per million. So you're going to be 1/3 parts per million of your actual drinking water, the water you bathe in, the water that you take a shower in, right? So pretty cool stuff, all right? So another thing with the 780 series spas is that you do have this front cabinet, right? Easy access to get the door off and on, right? So you can pull this door off and on. It makes it really, really easy when you get up to the 780 series. The 680 series does have some screws that you have to unscrew to get into the motor compartment. Again, just makes it easy to get in and out. You know, screws, they can strip or they pull out after a while and you got to kind of tighten them back up. Not a big deal. So if we jump to the 880 series, right, and we talk about these FluidX jets, one thing I want to do is I want to stop right here and I want to point right here to this canvas on the wall. And this is very important when you're talking about the different series because this is the difference in series for the FluidX jetting system, right? So your FluidX jetting system here, this is your 780 series FluidX jets, right? Don't get me wrong, I've never had a customer from 680, 780, 880, or 980 ever get out of a hot tub and say, Brian, it doesn't stay hot. Brian, I don't feel worked over. Brian, it's not doing its job. So at the end of the day, this video is not an upsell or a downsell, right? It's trying to find the best hot tub for you and your family if you are interested in a Sundance hot tub. So again, 780 series down here, you got 880, 980 series up here. So you can see this offers a lot more jetting, a lot more FluidX jetting when you get to the 880 and 980 series spas. Not only are you getting more, but you're getting more models as well. All right. So the 880 series, we're going to take a look at the Optima at the 880 series over here. We're going to look at the actual Optima. When you get to the 880 series, you get 2 stainless steel handles. These will help you to get in and out of the hot tub. They don't look like much when you're looking at it, but I promise they come in handy. Again, more FluidX jets, right? More models of FluidX jetting in the 880 series, right? You have this filter lid, and it's an ice tray and 3 cup holders, and when you're not using it for that, there is a custom molded pad that sits inside of this, and you can jump on this and cool off. It actually turns into a seat, and it'll hold up to 350 pounds. Again, it's a nice feature because when you're using a hot tub, normally you will get hot, and at some point will need to cool off. The panel up here is full touchscreen, no buttons when you get to the 880 series. And over here you have a full-on aromatherapy system. And this is kind of cool. Follow me. So if you put aromatherapy in your bathtub inside of your home, right, the aroma only lasts about 5 minutes. And it turns into an oil, so you end up with that scum line around the bathtub. And then we've all been there, right? You got to get in there with a magic eraser and wipe off that scum line, right? Well, what's nice about this system is the 880 series has an additional motor. It's called a blower. And they actually take the outside air, right? And they suck it in, the outside air, take outside air, right? That's all this thing's doing. The blower's just pulling in outside air, right? And it ejects it into the hot tub. But before before it does that, it runs through aroma beads. So here's the importance of this. Your aroma actually never touches water. Since those aroma beads never touch water, we don't have to worry about the scum line. That's one. Now two, since that air is only being pulled through those aroma beads last a lot longer because they're not dissolving in the actual water. And another thing that we found is now this aroma is going to last 2 to 3 months, right? Because again, it's not dissolving in the water, and the blower, furthermore, will help to actually cool the water down some, right? If you have 102-degree water in here and you're sucking in outside air, you're going to feel those cooler bubbles around you, and it is a different experience and does kind of help to cool you down after a long soak. The 880 series also has a full seamless cabinet. Okay, full seamless cabinet. There is not one screw on the cabinet on the 880 series, and it does have 4 lighted corners. Okay, now again, some of those things may be important to you, some of them may not. I would tell you the most important thing really about the 880 series to me, the full seamless cabinet, very nice, the 4 lighted corners, right, but ultimately the additional jetting. The additional jetting is really going to be the most important thing within the 880 series, as the jets are something that you are going to use each and every day as you use your hot tub. So that's the 880 series. And now for the 980 series, as we go through, guys, and we look at the 980 series, we're going to walk through all 4 models of the 980 series as we go. Some things you're really going to notice about the 980 series right away, right, is going to be the cooler, right? You've got this cooler here on this side. You have another cooler on that side, right? So you could have adult beverages there. You could have juice boxes and Capri Suns over here, right, for the kids. When you get hot, you can jump up on this actual sun deck, right? So for me, that goes to experience, because there's always one person that's going to get hot in the hot tub before somebody else, and instead of them getting out of the hot tub and going over to the other side of the deck where that connection, right, between family members is lost, they can jump up here and cool off and grab a drink, and we're all still spending time together. The 980 series has the lowest profile in the industry, yet you will still be fully submerged by its design. So if you came into the showroom and you said, hey Brian, why should I buy a 980 series over an 880 series? I would tell you there's really only 3 reasons, right? You want to have this sun deck to be able to jump up here and cool off. You like the idea of having these coolers to grab a cold drink out of, and this low profile. Besides that, guys, the jetting and the SunSense and everything else between 880 and 980, quite frankly, is exactly the same. Again, they have a couple other features. They've got some down lights in the hot tub and so forth. But really, those are the 3 main reasons why you would possibly want to purchase a 980 series hot tub. The cabinetry is slightly different, but I like the cabinetry, quite frankly, on all of them. Being that the 880 and 980 series does have seamless cabinetry, hey, that's a nice touch. Anyway, this is Brian at Atlanta Hot Tub Center, and the differences between 680, 780, 880, 980, the Splash series, guys, here's the thing. All these spas, quite frankly, they've got the Sundance name on them. They have been built for a lifetime of relaxation, obviously besides the Splash series, right? But all the 680, 780, and 980. So really, it's just what features that you really want in your hot tub, because any of these, quite frankly, are going to be good spas. So anyway, Brian Atlanta Hot Tub Center, thanks for watching.